Hey guys, this is Travis and Kyle. I just want to share with you some news. So like I said before in the previous video, I just got kicked off of my Social Security, and that means I probably have to pay out of pocket if this case does not win. Let me just show you how much my Latuda cost without insurance. So as you can see here, Latuda, it says 80 milligram tablets for 30-day supply. Prescription cost with plan is $1,268.38. And right now Humana, which is covered through my disability, they cover $1,027.45, and the rest by Medicare is covered $240.93. So in total for 2019, I owe $8,300.49, and total for the month of 2019, I owe $1,303.63. So as you can see, the drugs are not cheap.
And you said hospitalization for one is $10,000.
And the thing is, without medication, I'm pretty much SOL because I get really suicidal. And
he's telling that to there's this nice lady we've been talking to. She's from Social Security. She's a manager. It's not her fault, but he kind of said without my medicine I would probably kill myself, and he laughed, and she just gave him a shocked face because I think she didn't know what to say.
Anyways, so if I end up in the hospital, it's another $10,000 bill. I don't pay it, but I'm just saying, without all that extra help,
you're gonna read your letter too.
I'm pretty suicidal. Anyways, let me just read the letter that I'm trying to send to Social Security. Dear Social Security Administration, my name is James R. Bayless. I'm Travis Bayless's father. Travis has been my child for 31 and a half years. I'm gravely upset that Travis is no longer on Social Security. One medication he takes is Latuda, and for 30 days the medication costs $1,200 out-of-pocket expense. Imagine a $14,400 investment in a drug a year without insurance. Travis works part-time right now as a test scorer in Bloomington, Minnesota, but that would barely scratch the surface of covering his expensive prescription drug. Travis has tried 7 antipsychotics that were ineffective. Seroquel, Risperdal, Invega, Abilify, Zyprexa, Clozaril, and Geodine are all less expensive meds that either cause increased suicidal ideations, akathisia, or somnolence. Travis is diagnosed with a pervasive illness, bipolar 1 disorder that doesn't go away. It is clear he needs Latuda and needs Social Security so he can continue his Humana coverage of the drug. Take this very seriously. Would you want your child to commit suicide without effective medication? He could be in grave danger of killing himself. I do not recommend him getting off disability, even working $15 an hour for 20 hours a week. He couldn't financially support his needs. Travis needs the insurance coverage because he pays basic expenses to cover rent, utilities, phone, garbage, snow plowing, and car insurance. His bill is close to $8,800 a month in expenses. Please reinstate his disability. He has had 7 hospitalizations over the course of 10 years. 2 at University of Minnesota Medical Center Fairview and 5 at Regents Hospital. Do not take this with a grain of salt. Medication is important. Simply replacing the medication does not equate to replacing human life. Travis is an intelligent individual, but even Dr. Sujit Varma recommends he does not work a switch shift position or work full-time. Right now, he is barely managing part-time work. He has had several medication changes over the years as my child. I can clearly see Travis making strides to become a more mentally healthy individual. This will only set him backwards. Under no circumstances is Travis able to take on more responsibilities to pay a debt of $14,400 a month, a year, for a med that has benefited him for 5 years and counting. So anyways, that is my letter that I'm going to send to disability. I don't know if they'll accept it, but who knows? Deep down, I know that the med's expensive. And I know my sister, who makes 6 figures, who could probably cover it, but in the end, it is my illness, and I want to be able to pay for it myself. So in reality, I don't want her to participate in any financial expenses.
Do you feel entitled to this insurance?
I feel I am entitled to the insurance because it's number one, it's expensive. It's about as expensive as a condo my sister's renting, and I feel that someone who's single, never has moved out and lived in an apartment, don't have kids, never been married, I don't have those opportunities, and I feel all that's going to be taken away if I had to end up paying this as an expense in the future. So the reality is that this is a really expensive medication, but in the end, if I have to cover it, I'll probably do it myself. It's going to be really hard. I have some savings, but in reality, I don't make enough to support myself, and in the end, I'll probably end up having to work a lot of work hours just to be stable. And the reality is, I'm not that stable working full time. I tried earlier the last 2 weeks, and pushing myself made me relapse, and I was in a really bad situation with a severe anxiety disorder. So that's pretty much it on that Social Security nutshell. Kyle wants to talk about other issues.
I wanted to talk about, so this still ties with illness and disabilities. So the story is, my brother made a kind of snarky comment, it wasn't intentional, about this girl, a Korean adoptee, not going to give names, with no arms, and he said something on the lines saying, wow, basically he was comparing kind of apples and oranges, and he thought her life would be tough living with no arms versus his bipolar disorder. I don't remember the exact words, but she kind of took offense to that. And I think Travis said like something, well, I don't know how I would live with no arms. And I guess they took offense to it. I tried to repair the rift because her friend kept on attacking him, saying he needs to erase his existence off Facebook, and she was kind of attacking him, and both the disabled girl and her friend, they wanted their conversations to be deleted. But I mean, I said she's a beautiful person. She needs to keep living what she's doing. My brother has struggled too, and maybe it is comparing apples and oranges. It's not the same. And in the end, because she's happy having no arms, Travis thought then, wow, maybe his illness is not as bad, dealing with suicidality. I think they took it in wrong context. It was miscommunicated. I mean, there's people that are blind and deaf, and I guess they adapt. So I guess this is kind of an apology letter, but at the same time, Travis and I are very open and honest. And if you're a type of person that want to fight, you shouldn't be ashamed of what you said then. I hate that about people.
The girl who is supporting the disabled girl with no arms, her comment was worse off than what I've actually said. She said I should delete Facebook, get off the internet, erase my existence, and things like that. I didn't even say anything like that. I was just making a reference of how, while living with no arms, and she's happy, and me, I'm living with bipolar disorder, and I'm miserable. She didn't realize that I was bipolar disorder, so I had bipolar disorder, so that bit her in the ass. And
I was really upset because she wanted me to delete those messages, but I mean, she is entitled to say what she says, but hey, if you want to fight it off, you shouldn't be ashamed of what you said. I mean,
she was definitely ashamed of what she said. That's why she wanted me to delete the comments.
She felt guilty.
Yep.
So
she was basically judging me.
Next time, if you want to fight, you fucking be open and you fucking own it. And if you don't want to own it, then don't say anything at all.
She didn't own it. She just basically...
So, my brother owns it. He said the wrong thing. And he's not going to do it again. And I told her, you know what? I can't control what your friend or my brother does. So, and I had a pissing match, and I contacted my Korean friends and shit, and she wanted to help us a little bit. She might help us with the Social Security a little bit too. But yeah, what were you gonna say?
Should I read the messages or no? Should I read what you wrote?
Read the messages, but don't.
I won't mention her name.
Don't mention the name.
All right, so I'm just gonna read one of the messages.
Wrote what you wrote first, so.
All right. So I know the comment is a little insensitive, I understand, but I was just trying to compare myself on what it would be like with my own struggles and
versus her struggles.
But she took it a little bit harsh than I expected.
I mean, she's a beautiful person, even without arms or not, so the problem I didn't have with was not the disabled person. I had a problem with the friend. She brought it way out of proportion. And what I had enough of is when people say...
So I wrote, Channel Park, it makes me wonder, is this girl a Korean adoptee? I think part of me feels like I'd rather be bipolar. I'd rather be bipolar and mentally handicapped than have a physical disability, even if I have to deal with suicidal issues. I would never have the opportunity to play piano as well as develop my composing skills. So she wrote
the friend.
Right now I'm having issues with my phone because it's saying I have like no space. I gotta delete some stuff.
No, that
so I don't know
work.
what to.
So you have to still look at it.
How am I supposed to look at it?
It doesn't let you do it.
It won't let me look at it though.
Let me see. Shouldn't be doing this when I'm driving.
Alright, so Kyle's just trying to fix the phone. But anyways, that's what I wrote. It's a little insensitive, I understand, but they didn't realize I had bipolar disorder and they're just comparing me that I was like some normal dude with an attitude problem. So
maybe he does have an attitude problem even with his bipolar, but
I probably agree. No, it says not enough storage space.
Just keep on hitting okay.
How's that gonna work? It just disappeared. This issue. These phones are terrible. So we pay extra for a phone. We upgraded from one of those cheap flip phones to this type of phone.
Yeah, we seriously just got onto these phones just a year ago. I had flip phones in the past.
So these are really bad phones. I'm not happy with them, but they just don't hold enough space and they're really slow.
You don't have like Pixar, because that's what I was trying to open it in, like Pixar or some photo.
Isn't there a way to just delete some of the apps
it's not
I
gonna
have?
Matter. It's just a stupid thing that does that.
No, it's probably the apps I've deleted. So
no, it's not any apps. You're just
it
wasting time. It does that with mine all the time.
It's
It won't let you look at it. Mine don't even let you look at it.
I think I have apps on my phone and
just look at it on Messenger. Go to Messenger. Didn't you copy it all?
I guess I could look. I guess I could look at Messenger. So that's what I'll do. Anyways, let me just read what you wrote. She's gonna probably be offended that you wrote this, but I feel like
we're not giving away names.
We're not giving away names, but I feel it's a pretty bad comment that you wrote.
She probably doesn't even watch our videos anyway.
So
that's the thing about Travis and I. You can fight, that's fine, but you better be fucking ready to own your fucking words, boys and girls. Growing up with an illness and dealing with a kind of a secret stuff, I found secrets are more hurtful and just better to be honest. And that's just how I grow up. Now I'm just learning to be a bit more courteous of other people's concerns when it's not mine.
She writes, I am appalled by your incredible ignorance and complete lack of human decency. She is one of the most brilliant, beautiful, secure, and incredible beings I've ever met. I do not say that lightly, and regardless of any physical differences, she is a completely inspiration. And you, on the other hand, I'm so deeply disturbed by you. I took a look at your profile. I almost cried, shuddering in disbelief that I have somehow friended you. You should do research on your ignorance and figure out how to pull yourself out of the dark, ignorant hole you're clearly in. Furthermore, if you're really sorry, profusely apologize, delete your profile, get your disgusting, ignorant, hate-filled presence off the internet, and go meditate on how to heal yourself from the inside out. She's spewing absolute garbage and work on the inner self immediately. So what is really weird is she says she studied a lot on bipolar disorder, and yet she does not even get me. She clearly has no common sense when it comes to mental illness. She might understand physical disabilities and support that, but she's
not viewing shit from a logical sense. She's viewing from her emotion only for her friend.
So she supports her friend and obviously not me. That's pretty much a given. But anyways, that's the scoop of the story. I don't know if I should share anything else.
And basically, they wanted us to delete the messages. Hey, I'll tell you this. As much as once my brother cooled down, when he decided to become the bigger person, he did remove the messages. So the problem is actually really resolved, but we're just bringing up what happened. It was a mess. I woke up late, couldn't sleep. He loves to get himself into fucking trouble. Same with the disapproving rabbits. They said I was just too passive aggressive when I said there are people that think that hope cradling a rabbit is harmful, but I said I've been cradling them for the past damn 6 years. They haven't died, and I have to do it because I gotta clean their fucking asses if they don't have teeth. I spent $600 to get their teeth removed so they can't fucking clean their butts. So I have to do it, and you have to put them on their back. But yeah, so moving forward, this Social Security thing is kind of a little bit nerving because my brother can fucking totally go backwards, and he might end up in the hospital, and he might end up killing himself. And like Travis said, whoever looked at his case did a fucking absolute horrible job. I don't know how you can't tell with someone that had several hospitalizations, living in a group home, thinking that they don't need the med. Fuck you. I mean, fuck that. How can you believe that, man? I mean, I sure hope that they have a loved one that had to go through that shit where they had to drive him to the hospitals and try to keep him alive. It's stressful, man. And now he's finally doing well. He could probably hold a job. He could probably hold a relationship if he really wanted to, but not when. But the thing is, he requires this med. I don't want to feel like we're entitled to the medicine because shit does cost money, but I don't know how much money insurance people make, but I'm pretty sure they make a lot. Maybe they should find a way to reduce the meds. But is there anything else you wanted to say?
That's it.
All right, wish the luck to us. We're gonna head off. We're heading off to work right now, putting a full day in, kind of.
Maybe like 3/4 of a day, and you can say.
Yeah. All right, take care, everybody. Thanks for listening.